Yo, what's up, y'all? What's good, yuddy yuddy? It's your boy Remo. And today's video, I want to talk about how black women are the worst customers. Not all black women. Slow down. I didn't say all black women. A lot of black women are the worst customers I've ever seen, that I've ever dealt with. And this takes me back to a couple years ago. A friend of mine's brother opened up a soul food slash mini market. You can go in there, and it's like a corner store slash soul food restaurant. And in the summertime, they sell barbecue right in front of the store. You can get you a burger, get you some ribs, and some greens and cabbage or whatever. And I went up there to go get me a plate one day. For $10 you get a plate of greens, rice, ribs, $10. I went up there to get a plate, and my homeboy was on the grill. His brother was in the store, and I'm outside talking to my homeboy, and I was asking him. I was like, "Yo, how's business going?" Because it was a line wrapped around the corner. I asked him how business was going just to be funny. I was like, "Yo, business is going good, huh?" He was like, "Yeah, man." But the way he said it like he was happy and disgusted at the same time. And I was like, "Why you say it like that, man?" He was like, "You know how it is. You get good customers and bad customers." Now, the store was in the hood. I would say 50% black. 50% Puerto Rican. No, 40% black, 60% Puerto Rican. Sorry, on that strip. It was a lot of Puerto Ricans there. It used to be all black at one time, but we grew up over there in the '80s. It was mostly black. Then Puerto Rican immigrants started migrating after Hurricane Hugo, and so now it's about 60% Puerto Rican. Anyway, I'm thinking he had issues with Puerto Rican customers, Hispanic customers or whatever. And he was like, "Nah, it's not even them." He was like, "As a matter of fact, they the best customers." I'm like, now this is a soul food restaurant, barbecue. I'm not thinking Puerto Ricans will show up here because they got their own restaurants on this particular strip. But it dawned on me right then and there, sometimes they want to change the pace too. Just like how we get sick of soul food sometime and we go to Mexican restaurants and, Italian restaurants or what have you, Puerto Ricans do the same thing from what I saw. Sometimes they get sick of their own food. They want to try something different. So they'll go to, that soul food mini market and get them a plate. They like our food too, But he told me, he was like, they some of the best customers. I was like, really? I was like, well, what's the problem? He was like, our own people. I was like, "What you mean our own people?" I said, Don't they come to support? Aren't they the main people to come to support the restaurant? Aren't they the main patronizers? He was like, "Not really." He was like, "A significant amount of them come, but it's mainly Hispanics and white people that come." He was like, "Don't get me wrong, black people come because, it was some black people in line, but I noticed it was a lot of white people in line too." And I'm like, "Yo, this is cool." And he was like, "Yo, a girl just came up here, bitching about 50 cents. I was like, "What you mean?" He was like, "We sell our hamburgers for $3, and she complained that she can go across town and get it for $2.50. And I was like, "Well, I would have told her to take her ass across town." He was like, "That's what I told her. But she had a fit." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, she was just wilding out for no reason." I was like, "Well, maybe she had mental problems or something like that." He was like, "I don't know." He was like, "The worst customers I've seen so far is black women." I was like, "Nah, man." I was like, "Man, come on, man." I was like, most black women respect a black-owned business. They respect black men working. I was like, because, they usually complain about how black men don't want to work. I said, you would think that they would respect a black man working for a black business. He was like, "Nah, man." He was like, "I'm telling you, man, they the worst customers." And I'm thinking, maybe that's just his experience. Like, I was like, okay, whatever. You had a couple bad female Black American customers, and you can't say it's all of them. You can't paint them all with a broad brush. He was like, nah, man. He was like, it never fails. He was like, you could tell by their energy, that they up to something, that they up to no good. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I started talking about something else. Me and him I stood up there with him for about 45 minutes, just talking about sports, shooting the breeze. And as I was getting ready to leave, this black chick pulls up. Like, she just pulled up. Like, she hit the curb and everything. And then she got out the car, slammed the car door, and she was like, let me get a plate. She was looking at me. And I'm like, because I had a plate in my hand. And I was like, you want my plate? She was like, you work here, don't you? I was like, nah. I was like, I pointed at my homeboy. I was like, over here. She was like, what y'all got? And he was like, the menu right there. She was like, I asked you what y'all got. I ain't asked the menu. And then I was like, you shouldn't have to ask him. The menu, it's a big ass menu right there. She was like, well, I want some ribs and I want some greens and I want some dirty rice. And he was like, okay, that'll be $10. She was like, don't that come with a drink? He was like, nah. She was like, I can go to McDonald's and get a meal that comes with a drink. And then he was like, well, go to McDonald's. She was like, nah, but I want this plate. She was like, I ain't had no barbecue in a long time. I ain't had no soul food in a long time. She was like, and $10 is a little bit too much to be charging, and it don't come with no damn drink. And then I said, what kind of drink you want? And she was like, what kind y'all got? I said, we got all kinds. The menu right there. Oh, that's what I'm asking y'all. I said, what, you can't read? I don't work there. I was just getting pissed off because she was being disrespectful. I was like, you must can't read. Then she started yelling, I can read, you motherfucker. That's why I don't like supporting black businesses. Y'all always got attitudes. I said, miss, you pulled up with an attitude. I said, you hit the curb, didn't you? She grabbed her purse, got in the car, and drove off. I was like, oh gosh. And then he looked at me, he was like, see, told you. I was like, oh man. So I filed that in the back of my mind. So some years later, I started working here, and what I do, I work for the city, and whenever we have like an event down here, we charge people just $5 to park. $5. Everywhere else charge you 15, 20, 25 bucks. You park in the garage, you gonna spend about a good $15, $20. But down here, $5. It's like me and 3 other guys, and we post up here, over there, and down the street. And it's just $5. Now, whenever we have an event for white people, well, I should say an event that attracts white people, no problem. No racism, no nothing. Everybody's, hi, how you doing? Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Everything's cool. You might get a jerk every now and then, every once in a while, but that's very slim. You got a better chance of hitting the lottery. No problem. But whenever we have a black event, especially during Black History Month, we get a lot of black people. And for the most part, the brothers are cool. The brothers be like, yo, what's up, player? Yo, I'm glad you're doing your thing. I see you working hard, man. Here's a tip, or they'll be like, oh, I see you out here, rain, hail, sleet, or snow, keep doing your thing, keep grinding. But black women, y'all gotta do better. I had this one black chick pull up. She looked at the sign and said $5 a park. And she said, you gonna make me pay $5? I was like, that's how much it costs. Didn't you see the sign? She was like, you didn't hear what I said. I was like, I heard what you said. She said, are you gonna make me pay $5? I was like, who are you? She was like, I'm somebody. She was like, God made me a somebody. And then I was like, yeah, we got all these, ladies paying $5, that don't have a problem with it. I was like, it's only $5. I was like, why? What's the big deal with you paying $5? What makes you so special? Oh, she got mad when I said that. She started hitting her steering wheel. She was like, see, that's what's wrong with you black men. She was like, She was like, y'all don't understand us black women. She was like, don't you understand I was joking with you? I was like, you seemed a little bit serious. I was like, you didn't crack not one smile. You know what I mean? You was dead serious. I said, you had your poker face on. She got mad, backed up, and went and parked in the garage. I'm like, okay. Then I had this one Nigerian lady. I knew she was Nigerian because her skin was bleached. She had on all this makeup, and she had a heavy accent. You know, she pulled up. It was an event at the theater, and it was also an event going on at the church. I think they had mass. You know, it's a Catholic church over here, and whenever they had mass, we let all the church people park for free. You know, and you usually could tell who's going to the church because they know exactly where to park. They know they got to park in that parking lot. And the show hadn't even started yet, so I knew everybody that was coming at that time was going to the church. So she pulled up, and she was like, can I park here? I was like, where are you going? And she was like, I'm going to the church, because she saw people walking to the church. And I was like, you are? And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay, all right, fine. You know what I mean? Go ahead, park. I was like, if you're going anywhere else, you got to pay. She was like, no, I'm going to my church over here, my church over there. So I said, okay. So she parked all the way at the end. And, you know, I'm letting other people come in, you know. And out my rearview mirror, I see her walk around and go inside the theater. She lied, and she lied on the church. Nigerian lady, told a bold-faced lie. So I wrote her a ticket, put it right on her window. So when she came out, she was all looking around, walking fast. I'm way back here. I can see her, but she can't see me. So she got to her car, looked at the ticket, and was looking all around, and she was holding her head. She was like saying, damn. So she got in her car and she drove off, all mad. You could tell a person's energy by the way they drive. She drove off all mad, like turned around. She was all jerking. She was all hitting the curb. She was all hitting the corners hard and shit. I'm like, and then I had this one chick today. She came up. She had the money in her hand, and she was like, I gotta pay $5. I was like, everybody gotta pay $5. She was like, everybody? I was like, yeah. See what it is? A lot of black women think because I'm black, they think they can use their sexuality or, you know, their femininity to get me to say, oh, you don't have to pay. Y'all gotta stop doing that, man, because, you know, we as black men, we busting our ass too. You know what I'm saying? We can't give y'all discounts or freebies. Stop doing that. Stop looking for discounts and freebies because a friend of mine, my friend Josh, he's white. When black women pull up to him, no problems. He's never had no problem. White guy. Y'all don't ask him for no tips or no freebies. You know what I'm saying? Shit. They tip him. Yeah. He be telling me, oh yeah, black women tip me a lot. I said, they don't be trying to ask you for discounts or nothing. He was like, no. I said, they don't never tip us. Me and my homeboy Larry. I was like, they don't never tip me and Larry. I said, they always trying to get over on us. They always trying to get freebies. You know, they think because they're black and we black, we supposed to automatically let them slide and park for free. You know, that's messed up. But when it comes to the white dude, they don't give him no hassle. You know, see, some of y'all black women, y'all look at white men as Jesus Christ. That's y'all Lord and Savior. You know, y'all look at us as like, oh, we finna get over on him. You know, that's messed up. That's a shame. That's how I know we've been mentally defeated. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. They think just because they females and we men, they can get over. I never experienced that with white women. That's messed up. You know? That's messed up. White women, you know, hey, how you doing? You know, we be cracking jokes. I be joking with them, talking like I've known them for years. You know, and when I first started here, I was like, oh man, you know, I thought it was going to be a bunch of racism going on because, you know, this is when Obama was in office. You know, I started working here and, you know, I thought it was going to be I thought I was going to have a lot of problems. But no, it was the total opposite. The only problems I had was with my own people. Yeah. It's a shame. It's sad, but it's true. You know, y'all got to stop looking at black businesses as a discount center or a freebie store. You know what I mean? Shoot, you should try to tip a black person or a black business. You know, you tip everybody else. You know, you treat Arabs good. You walk into an Asian restaurant and they don't even be up to code. You know, you go into an Asian restaurant, it smell funny in there. You know, they may have a table with one chair. Receipts be all over the floor. Don't nobody say nothing. But y'all go into a black business, y'all want to scrutinize, and y'all want to underpay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want discounts. Y'all just want to complain and, you know, try to use y'all sexuality, especially if it's black men working in there. Y'all be saying to yourself, oh, I'm gonna see if I can get something free from him. I'm gonna show my boobs off to get something for free. Nah, man, nah. You know, we want the money, honey. You know, we working. You know, we trying to do our thing and, you know, get our paper right. Y'all want to make it hard. We have it harder than y'all in the work world. You know, when I go to a black business, if I see a black female working, I'll be like, oh, hey, how you doing, sis? Here you go. I always tip. You know, I don't be trying to look for no damn discounts because I know how hard it is to maintain a black businesses. Most black businesses don't thrive past 5 years. And if they do, they start struggling. Why? Because ignorant black folks don't want to pay. Or they want to make a scene in the business. Like it was this one restaurant down in Texas called the Turkey Leg Hut. Some drunk chick went in there, started twerking all on the people's tables. And other customers was filming it in disbelief. So the owner came out and said, man, take that outside. And she cussed him out. You know, no respect. No respect. We got to do better, y'all. Shout out to the black women that do look out for us. You know, because there's been a few. You know, like yesterday I had this one nice lady, older lady. You know, this lady. Now the older ladies, you know, I'll say 60 plus, they know how hard it is. They got sons. They look at me like I'm probably their son. You know, they know we got it hard. You know, they look out, you know, but the ones, I would say 50 and under, got to do better. Stop looking for freebies. Stop looking for handouts. You know, support your own people. Together forever equals success. Peace.